You could see who I was, the chef said. We got to challenge everyone. Roger burst up. You couldn't stop me coming if I wanted. Couldn't climb up and see. Roger clambered up the ladder like a cliff. Look at this. A log had been jammed under the topmost rock and another leaves under that. Robert leaned lightly on the level and the rock grounded a full effort. Would send the rock thundering down to the neck of land. Roger admired. He is proper chef, isn't he? Roper nodded. He is going to take yours hunting. He jerked his head in the direction of the Destiny shelter, where a tree of white smoke climbed up the sky. Roger, sitting on the very edge of the cliff, looked somberly back at the island as he walked with his finger at a lost dot. His gaze settled on the top of the destination mountain, and Robert changed the unspoken subject. He is going to pet Wilford. What for? Robert shook his head. Dope fell. I don't know. He didn't say. He got angry and made you stay Wilford up. He giggled exactly. He is been dead for hours waiting. But didn't his chef say why? I never heard him. Sitting on the termination rock in the third sun, Roger received this news as a millionaire. He scared to work at his tooth and sat still, assimilating the possibility of irresponsibility other way than without another word. He climbed down the back of the rock toward the cave and the rest of the trip. The chef was sitting there, naked. To the west, his face blocked out in wait and read the terrible lie in a miracle before him. The newly beaten and united Wilford was sniffing noisily in the background. Roger squirted with the rest. Tomorrow, what on the chef? We shall hunter again. He pointed at the savage, and that with his fire. Some of you will stay here to improve the cave and defend the gate. I shall take a few hunters with me and bring back meat. The definition of the gate will say that the other don't sneak in. A savage raised his hand and his chef turned a black painted face toward him. Why should they try to sneak in, chef? His chef was vague but earnest. They will try to spoil things we do, so the watcher at the gate must be careful. And then the chef passed the saw a triangle of strapping pink dark out, passed along his lip, and vanished again. And then the best might try to come in. You remember how to grapple. The circle shuddered and muttered in agreement. He came. Dignity. He might come again, even though we gave him the head of Oracle to eat. So watch and be careful. Stanley lifted his he come decided he might come again, even though we gave him the head of Oracle to eat. So what? And be careful. Stanley lifted his former off the rock and held up an interrogative finger. Well, but didn't we? He squirmed and looked down. Now, in the silence that followed, each saving plunged away from his individual memory. No, now could we kill it? Half revolted, half defeated by the implication of the opportunity terror. The savage member again. So leave the mountain alone, said the chief solemnly, and give it the head if you go hunting. Stanley flicked his finger again. I expected the best decided itself. Perhaps, said the chief, ideology, specularly presentation itself. We would better keep on the right side of him anyway. You can tell what he might do. The tribe considered this, and then were shaken as if by a follow of wine. The chief saw the effect of his words and stood appropriately. But tomorrow we will hunt, and when we have got meat we will have a feast. Bell put up his hand. Chef, yes. What will we use for lighting the fire? The chef as blush was hidden by the white and red clay. Into his incredible silence the trouble spilled their memory once more. Then the chef held up his hand. We shall take fire from the other lesson. Tomorrow we will hunt and get meat. Tonight I will go along with two hunters who'll come. Miracle and Roger put up their hand. Miracle, yes, chef. Where was their fire? Back at the old place by the fire rock. The chef nodded. The rest of you can go to sleep as soon as the sun sets. But as three Miracle, Roger and me, we have got work to do. We will leave just before science. Miracle put up his hand. But what happens if we meet? The chef waved his objective aside. We will keep along by the sand. Then if he come, we will do or dance again. Only the three of us. Again the memory swelled and died away. Big-handed reloved his glasses and waited to receive back his say. The wood was damp, and this was the third time they had lifted it. Relapse stood back speaking to himself. We don't want another night without fire. He looked round guilty at the three boys standing by. This was the first time he had admitted the double function of the fire. Cartly on was to send up a big going column of smoke, but the other was to be a hearth now and a comfort until they sleep. Eric brother on the wood till it glow and sent out a little flame below of what and yellow smoke risked up. Biggie took back his glasses and looked at the smoke with pleasure. If only we could make a radio or a plane or a boat. Relapsed, reaching in his feeling knowledge of the world, we might get taken personality by the reed. Eric pushed back his hair. They would be better than he would not name people, and Sam finished the sentence for him by nodding along the beach. Relaf remembered the ugly figure on approach. He said something about a dead man. He flashed painful at this admonition that he had been personality at the dance. He made arrogant mouths at the smoke and with his body. Don't stop, go on up. Smoke is getting dinner. We need more wool already, even when it's wet. My estimate the responsibility was musical. Such to your asthma. If I pull log, I get my astonishment bad. I wish I didn't really put there. It is. The tree boy went into the forest and fetched armful of rotten wood. Once more the smoke rose yellow and thick. Let's get something to eat. Together they went to the fruit tree, guarding their spire, sighing a little, grumbling in hands. When they came out of the forest again, the sun was setting and only ember glowing in the fire, and there was no smoke. I can't carry any more wood, said Eric. I am tired. Relaf cleared his throat. We kept the fire going up there. Up there? It was small, but this has got to be a big one. Relaf carried a fumigation to the fire and watched the smoke that drove into the dusk. We have got to keep it going. Eric flung himself down. I am too tired and what's the good? Eric cried Relaf in a shocked voice. Don't talk like that. Sam knelt by Eric. Well, what is the good? Relaf tired. A dignity to remember there was something good about a fire, something overwhelming good. Relaf told you often enough, said Vicky mildly. How else are we going to be risked? Of course, if we don't make smoke, he squatted before them in the growing dusk. Don't you understand? What's the good of wishing for radio and boat? He held out his hand and twisted the finger into a fist. There is only one thing we can do to get out of this meat. Anyone can play at hunting, anyone can't get as much. He looked from face to face, then at the moment of great possibility and conversation that curtain flipped in his head, and he forgot what he had been driven at. He knelt there, his fist clenched, gazed solemnly from one to the other, then the curtain whisked back. Oh, yes. So we have got to make smoke and more smoke, but we can keep it going. Look at that. The fire away dying on them. To mind the fire, said Relaf, half to himself. That's 12 hours a day. We can't get any more wood. Relaf, not in the dark, not at night. We can light it every morning, said Biggie. Nobody ain't going to see smoke in the dark. Sam nobody vigorously. If it was different when the fire was up there. Relaf stood up.